This is Joe Applebaum, CEO of Ajax Union, CEO of evyAI. And today I want to talk to you about my sales assistant called evyAI. So, what's evyAI? It's a tool that allows you to enhance your online presence. So, I'm going to show you something really interesting. I'm going to go to our extension here. I'm just going to pull it on the side. So, this is what the extension looks like. And then I'm going to do something I typically do in just 15 minutes a day. So I'm going to pull up a group of members that are part of the Executives Association, and I'm just going to open up their profiles on LinkedIn. So this would be in the first minute taking a look to see if any of the members have left any posts that I can comment on. And as you can see, I just hover over their post. I click on their quick link, and then it tells me if they posted or not. Now, if they did post, what I can do is I can easily press a keyboard shortcut, and it will draft a comment on their post, as you can see. I just drafted a comment on their post just like that, and then I just close the tab. So I hover over each one, look at their post, and then easily leave a comment on their post just like this. I'm going to go ahead and leave a comment on the post. You see that? Leaving a comment on the post. And you can see, and now I'm going to send him a message here. Appreciate you. Okay, so I just sent him a little message there just to kind of stay top of mind because he wants to do business with me, and this is how I stay top of mind with people. Now, George is a Vistage chair. I want to stay top of mind with him. So I'm going to go ahead and leave him a comment here. I'm going to leave him another comment over here. This is from 5 days ago. This helps me be able to stay top of mind. And so I just spent 1 minute and I was top of mind with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in a minute. Now, the reason why I do this is because this allows me to let people know that I exist. And it allows me also to show my support for these people. Sending you love and safety vibes. Okay. Because of what happened in Manhattan yesterday. Okay, John Rafferty. Now I got Derek. I see Derek posted 18 hours ago. I'm going to go ahead and leave a comment on his post. This makes me really, really easy to leave a comment. I'm going to tag him. I'm going to go ahead and post it like this. Okay, done. Now I did Derek. Now I'm going to do Alexis, Richard, Don, Boris. You see the way I'm doing it? I'm going through them. I did Alexis already. I already did Richard. Don I didn't do yet. Sounds amazing. I'm going to press go here. And then Boris I already did. Now I'm going to do, I finished Boris. I'm going to do Vincent, Ryan, Colin, Eric. Okay, I already did Boris. Vincent I did not do yet. I'm going to go here and leave a comment. Again, making it really easy to leave a comment and to review my whole network. As a business owner myself, Vincent, I'm going to tag Vincent like this. Delete his last name, hit comment, and now he gets notified that I left a comment. I'm also going to go here. I'm going to leave a nice little thoughtful comment about his kids. As a fellow parent and entrepreneur, I totally get the bittersweet nature of these moments, like teaching the kids to code. They learn from resilience, keeps nurturing that spirit. Wow, what a great comment. Was I in this meeting? No, I was not in this meeting. I'm going to go here. Click on this one. Let's see what it says. I'm going to press Alt-G here. Sounds like an epic day. The EO farm sounds like a secret sauce. I'm glad I was able to train the group last month. Vincent. Okay, so boom, I just kind of stayed top of mind with him. I commented on every one of his posts. Ryan Spear commented, Colin commented, and then Eric, I already commented on his stuff. And then I just got a few more. I got Dorian, Joanne, Rachel, Robert, Jocelyn, and then we're done. And so that's how we do that. Now, I have a post I already created that's going to go live in just a few minutes, probably like in 30 minutes. So if you're watching this live right now, just say live in the chat that you're watching it live. I'm curious to know if you guys are watching this. I don't know if anybody is watching this, but if you are watching this, just say I'm watching the live. If you're watching the replay, say, Joe, I'm watching the replay. I would love to know if you are or if you're not. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to promote this to people. I'm going to say, I am actually live right now on LinkedIn in case you want to join. I'm going to press Control-A, Control-C, and send. Okay, now I'm going to send it as a text to people because I'm a part of a text messaging group where I can send people this text message like that. And I'm also going to go into some DMs and I'm going to say the following like that. All right, let's just see. If anybody else, Joe, have you considered sponsoring a retreat for pro users? Perhaps a few days in Florida during the winter months. Evidence-rich environment. Let's chat about it. Good idea. Okay. Danella says, great insight. Are you looking to sign your next 10 clients? I'm just going to say, boom. Thank you for the message. Thanks for what you're doing for us. The dates don't match. Let's see what it says over here. August 11th, August 16th. All right, so let's fix that. Let's go to let's go to linkedin.com/company/evyAI. On the left side, let's click on events. Let's go to the posting party here, and let's just see. August 11th, August 11th. I'm going to say we fixed it. Looks like we fixed it. Looks like it is fixed. Let's see where she's. Yeah, it looks like it is fixed. Okay, I'm assuming it's fixed. Hi, Joe. AI is everywhere right now. We have a hands-on AI training that's been trusted by Fortune 500 companies. Okay, I'm going to send him that. I'm going to send these people this here. Let's see what Donna says. Donna says, I could sell many times than most of my clients. FYI, my focus now has been hyper-growth firm. Most of my clients will fall in the 29 monthly fee cap. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, Jason says, the message would simply imply that we have never met, which I assumed was an automation. Got it. In case. Okay, let's see what Nick says. Nick wants to do recruiting. I'm going to send him this message. I'm going to pop this here just like this. I'm going to pop this here just like this. I'm going to pop this here just like this. This guy said, hello, I read your background and convinced it's a good fit. I don't know what that is about. I'm going to pop this in over here like this. Pop this in over here like this. So as you can see, I'm sending this message out to lots and lots of people. Good morning, David. Good morning, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Tower. It's been a long time. Jeffrey Tower. Let's see. Oh my God, it's been a million years since I've seen Jeffrey Tower around. Here's Jeffrey Tower. I'm going to say, Rebbe, it's been too long. Man, blast from the past. David, what's cooking? All right, so let's do a little bit of research on what Jeffrey Tower is up to right now. So I pull up Jeffrey Tower over here. I'm going to save him to a list. I'm going to call it networking. I'm going to hit save. It's going to save him to a list like this. Then I'm going to open up his profile here. And I'm going to launch an agent. I'm actually going to launch 3 separate agents, each one of them doing research on him. So this one here is called Perplexity. See, it's scouring the web, looked at 21 different sources, and tells me everything he's up to. So Jeffrey Tower is an accomplished executive in the fintech and e-commerce sectors, and he had 20 years experience embedding financing and buy now, pay later solutions. Forbes Council, Magento, okay. Target audience, banks and financial, e-commerce merchants, Charge After's Lending Hub. Oh, that's cool. New York City and Tel Aviv. ChargeAfter.com. All right, so let's check out Ooh. Oh, this is good. I didn't know you did this. Okay, let's look at the company. Is this like a publicly traded company or something? Oh, investors. Empower merchants, Investors. Let's see if Jeffrey Tower, EVP of business. Oh, you're looking good, Davidson. You're looking good. I like to keep us frugal. Oh, David's my EO colleague from the Dominican Republic. He wrote me yesterday on WhatsApp. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to look you up next. Okay, so this is cool. Jeffrey Towers here. So this is Jeffrey. I learned all about him over here. And now I know what he's up to. Now I'm going to send him a message asking him if he wants to connect. So I'm going to use evyAI. And I'm going to talk to it. And I'm going to say, Jeffrey, we'd love to do a reconnect call with you to hear what you're up to at this new company. Congratulations. It looks like you're doing great. Okay, I'm going to press send. Do you still have the same cell phone number? Question mark. Okay, I'm just going to go here. And let's see what he says. I'm going to click on contact info. It looks like his email is the same. Go back over here, grab this email, save it. And then I have his old phone number somewhere. So let me see if I can pull it up. Jeffrey Tower. Jeffrey Tower from Celebros. That's the email that I have. And I have this 323 number. Let's see. I have this number. And let's see if he's posted anything. Ooh, he reposted a week ago. Reposted. He posted a month ago. All right, let's go ahead and save his quick link in here. And then leave him a comment on where he posted. Where did he post? A month ago, he posted this. And now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do some deeper AI research on this guy, on Jeffrey, real quick. I'm going to go to my research prompts. And I'm going to see what podcasts he's been on, because I see he's in podcasts. Okay, so I see he's in podcasts. So I'm going to do a little bit of research, search the web. And I'm going to use my agents to do top podcast appearances for Jeffrey Tower. You see that? Wow, unbelievable. So he was part of Remarkly, Data Crushers, Abandonade, Celebros. Look what he's doing. He's really innovating. He's really doing some stuff. I'm going to have to watch this also. Look, 3 months ago, POS Finance Innovators. LinkedIn interview at MasterCard's David Lavich. Cool, from 2 months ago. Wow, Terry O'Neill's interview blog post. Okay, potential appearances. So these are all the appearances that he had. Wow, really cool. Let me see what conversations he's having right now online. So these are articles, posts, and comments about him. Okay, I see where he's talking about over here. This makes sense. How banks diversify lending, Lending Hub. Okay, reoccurring themes. So this is the things that he's talking about: bank enablement, product diversity, omnichannel, and these are the terminology and phrasing. Okay, industry problems he highlights. Banks losing share, lacks of diverse, AI adoption, siloed lending products. Okay, this is really good. Okay. Dynamic rule management. Okay, this is good. Okay. Oh, man. Jeffrey, you're doing so great. So proud of you. Congratulations, Davidson. Congratulations. evyAI is an unbelievable tool. Been using it since the beta, and it just keeps getting better. Dude, I had a crazy conversation, Rick, with Claude. Maybe I'll do a separate session on Claude conversations that I had. The information that I got was like, wow. My mind completely was blown by the information that I got about what I need to be doing next with evyAI. Oh, man. Unbelievable. I'm going to pull this up over here. So this is Jeffrey's profile in evyAI. Let me look him up on Facebook real quick and see what he's up to. I remember he used to use Facebook. Let's see. Yep, this is him on Facebook. So he's pretty active. Happy Father's Day to the dads who lead with love. I'm going to send him a message on Facebook too. Let's see. New. I'm going to write new. I'm just going to new him a little. Sometimes you got to new somebody. Robert Stern, good morning. Okay, so I'm done with this technology in terms of this technology here. But let me show you what I'm going to do also let me refresh this page here. This is one of my 99 hacks to be able to see who is actually commenting on my profile here. And by the way, guys, tell me what you do for a living in the comments. If you're here live with me right now, just write what do you do for a living in the comments. All right, let's see what David is saying. David said, I wrote you yesterday. I'm going to say thank you. Looking forward to chatting. Are you available to chat now? David, if you want to chat now, I'll hop on a phone with you now. We could do this while we're on LinkedIn Live. Oh my God, that would be such a cool thing for us to get on LinkedIn Live right now. Let me send you a message here. So this is how I send people messages. Let me click on invite. Join my LinkedIn Live. Okay, I just join my LinkedIn Live. I sent him the message. And let's just see if he joins. That would be cool if he wants to join my LinkedIn Live. And Rick, if you want to join my LinkedIn Live, that would be interesting. I currently own and operate a hotel and restaurant. Executive recruiter, Rick said. Amazing. Amazing. This would be a great conversation to have publicly. But if you want to have a private conversation, we could have a private one too. But if you want to have a public conversation and join in on the call, you're welcome to. Rick, if you want to hop on, I'll send you this right over here. That's the actual stream. If you want to hop on the stream and say something, you're welcome to. I just sent you the link to the stream. If you want to hop on, I can add up to 10 people to the stream right now. So if you're curious and you want to jump on, totally impromptu. I'm going to go ahead and leave you a comment on your latest post. I'm going to go here like this. And I want to talk to you about another conversation I had this morning with Grok, Rick, which is an incredible conversation. Incredible conversation. Unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that Popeye. Look at that Popeye. Popeye. Guys, tell me what your biggest challenge with LinkedIn is. If you're watching this live, tell me what your biggest challenge with LinkedIn is. Go ahead and do that in the comments. And also like this post. If you haven't liked it, I see you got 4 likes. Let's go ahead and give it a yummy like. I want to get some more likes on this post. By the way, I'm going to change out to evyAI and give myself more likes. This is pretty crazy. Oh, look, there's 2 people waiting here. Oh, look, David's on. David, what's going on, my man?
Everything good?
Oh, I put on my headset because I needed to hear you. Oh, life is good. Life is such a blessing. Thanks for joining on the live.
So I wrote to you yesterday, and by coincidence, you're having this live stream. So I decided to.
Oh, man. On my calendar, every single day, it pops up at 9 a.m. and it says, do you want to go live? And I'm like, sometimes I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, no. But lately, people are telling me, Joe, I appreciate your live so much. Like, can you just show us what you do in 15 minutes a day? So, like, I'm 18 minutes into this live, and you see how productive I already was. I researched Jeffrey, every little aspect of him to I haven't been in touch with him. I mean, he's a previous client of mine, a great guy. I actually met him when I went to I went to a place called eTail or something like an e-commerce trade show. Maybe it was like a little more than 10 years ago. Maybe it was like 15 years ago. And I just walked the show. I drove to Pennsylvania. Somebody gave me a free ticket to a show. I drove to Philly. You know where Philly is?
Yeah, of course. I've been there. Yeah.
Okay, I drove to Philly. I parked my car. I walked into the show. I walked the entire show, and I just felt so self-conscious because of my ego, and I just didn't want to connect with anyone. And this guy stops me. He's like, Rebbe, because he's Jewish. He's like, Rebbe, which means like rabbi. And I look at him, and he wasn't wearing a yarmulke or anything. He's like, you eat kosher? I said, yeah. He's like, I eat kosher too. Can we go have kosher lunch together? I'm like, who are you? And we just built this friendship because I was wearing a kippah and I had a beard, and he just wanted to connect soul to soul with me. And so we just left the conference. He's the only person I met at the conference. We just left the conference. We had lunch together, and then he became a client. He became a client with a company called Celebros, and we were doing their SEO and their marketing and tons of other stuff. And that was a pretty significant client for us. They were spending thousands of dollars every month with us, and we just became friends, and we were in touch for a while, but then we got kind of out of touch, and now he sees me on live. He's not even watching now because he hasn't responded to any of my stuff, but he just saw me live for a second, and he said, "Hey, Rebbe," again. You saw the way he said, "Hey, Rebbe." He literally just
Yeah.
wrote right here, "Hey, Rebbe." And now I did the AI research. I know he's working at a new company, which is a big opportunity for evyAI, the company he's working at. And I see some incredible partnerships I can introduce him to because he's a EVP at the company. He's on their page, so he's a significant guy. He's on their like executive page.
Hmm.
So that's the name of the game. It's like, okay, I stay top of mind with the most important people in my networking group. I went on live. Something's gonna post. I already scheduled a post out. I'm scheduling out a poll for I'm doing some research, a survey. So the most important things you need to do on LinkedIn, David, is posting, engaging, and messaging. Posting, that means posting some content.
Hmm.
Engaging, which means leaving some comments to stay top of mind, and messaging people like I messaged Jeffrey, but I also messaged him on Facebook. With evyAI, this makes it so seamless and so quick, and I also organize my contacts. If you can do that every single day for just 15, 20 minutes a day, it can change the game for you. So you asked me if there's like a special for EO. Anybody can try evyAI for free. So you just get started for free on the top right corner here.
Okay.
For EO members, we have a special deal. I had another EO Arizona member that signed up. We don't publicly share this with anybody, but we have something called the bundle. Have you
Okay.
heard of the bundle?
Not really, no.
So we typically sell our training program for $10,000 a year. It's called the Evergreen Networking System. It's this system over here. And we teach people how to go from a lurker to an influencer in 15 minutes a day. We have a course. It has 9 modules. We teach you how to create a business plan, a marketing plan, and a LinkedIn plan. Go ahead.
I took a course with you in Evergreen like 2 years ago, and I logged in yesterday, and I could see how all the modules are still there. There's some more new case studies and tutorials and all that. I
Oh,
remember
amazing. Amazing. I
I
could
remember
even
doing that.
I could even look up your account. But we also have strategy sessions. I'm just going to put you in as a LinkedIn client. Here, I just tagged you as a LinkedIn client. I'm also going to tag you as an EO member. You see?
Okay.
I'm going to press save, and I just saved you like that. Then I'm going to go into, I'm going to open up I'm just going to look at what you got. But we also do training sessions every month, like 2 hours a month. We do live Zoom strategy sessions, which I include as a bonus for people. Let me log into the dashboard and see what you actually got. I'm going to log in here and tell you what you got. Oh, it wants to verify my identity. I spend a lot of time verifying my identity. Somebody made a joke about that. It's like, oh my God, Americans spend like 100 hours a week verifying their identity. It's just insane how often people verify their identity. Okay, so I'm going to type in your last name, Bermudez. Let's see. Yep, you're here. Yeah, you got a program. Let's see what you got over here. You
Uh,
got the Evergreen AI. So you didn't get the Evergreen networking system. You bought our AI. You got a deal on our AI course. That's what
exactly.
you got. Yeah, so this would be a LinkedIn course that's like 10 times better than that AI course that over 1,000 people have taken. And I wouldn't charge you anything for it. We usually charge $10,000 for this program, but check this out. If we go to my profile and you scroll down to the services page, this is the services. This is the program we walk people through.
Okay.
So I'll give you the basics. The first thing you need to have is a strategy to be successful. So you need a business plan, how much money you want to make, and what is your offer.
Hmm.
Then you need a marketing plan, how many leads you need, and what is like how are you going to be successful in terms of like getting to how many people you need in order to be able to get how many sales you need. And
Hmm.
then you need a LinkedIn plan. What are you going to do to get leads? So that's the plan. It's very simple. It's not rocket science. We walk you through it. It's about 10-minute video.
Okay.
Then you watch another video to figure out who the people are. Who are the most ideal target market? Like who is the people that you really need to focus on to be successful on LinkedIn? And then who are the people that are also centers of influence? So there's 2 types of people I want you to connect with. I want you to connect with ideal clients and centers of influence. So we help you figure that out. Then we figure out, okay, what's your messaging? So the messaging we break down, and we give you an AI framework as well, that you fill out the AI framework and the messaging pops right out. The idea is like, what are the problems your customers are facing?
Okay.
What are their dreams, their goals, their fears? Like what are the questions they're asking? So like all that, we'll be able to develop your promise from that. So we give you the tools to do that. So once you have the plan, the people, and the promise, you have your strategy. That's what a strategy basically is. Once you have your strategy, now we get to figure out your assets. Your assets are building your stories, your profile, and then some technologies to help you out. evyAI is one of those technologies we recommend, but there's a few others depending on what you need. And then once you have your technologies in place, your presence and your stories, now you need to start taking action. What are the three types of actions you need? I call the actions booming. No sé por qué, pero eso es lo que lo llamo booming. ¿Hablas español un poquito?
Claro que sí, claro que sí.
¿Cómo no? ¿Cómo no? Entonces, hay exposure, credibility, and meetings. Exposure is getting people to view your content and to remember you. Credibility is people to trust you, because people have to know you, trust you, and then getting people to like you and do business with you, you got to get on the phone with them or a Zoom meeting or something. And so we teach you the process of being able to do this through posting, engaging, and messaging. And we give you all the templates, scripts, frameworks, and everything. It's 9 modules. And then we meet with you every month for 2 hours in a group session, teaching you strategy and advanced tactics and so on. And all the replays and everything is available on demand. But we also have live sessions, and we have accountability every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and we have a few other things. So that's called the Evergreen Networking System. That's usually $10,000 a year. For you, as an EO member, we don't charge you anything for it. It's all included in the evyAI Pro membership. Now, evyAI Pro currently costs $2,400 a year. But for you as an EO member, we're going to charge $984 for the year. So it's less than $1,000 US for the year. And we'll include the Evergreen Networking System, and we'll also make you a dashboard. So what I'll do is I'll export all your connections, and I'll put them into a dashboard for you so that you could recognize, strategize, and prioritize all of your connections. So that's kind of like what we'll do for you. So I can show you what that looks like if you want to see that, if you're curious to see that, because right now you have 600 people, but
I'm relatively new to LinkedIn. I basically did this profile for this new business venture. I mean, I know a lot of people physically, but I'm relatively new to LinkedIn and all this.
And so we'll also throw in a LinkedIn 101 course that will walk you through step by step, and we'll also give you Spanish lessons if you need Spanish LinkedIn training. Tenemos gente que habla en español perfecto, que saben usar LinkedIn muy bien, y vamos a empezar a hacer lessons en español, así todos pueden aprender en español. Queremos hacer mucho más negocio en Latinoamérica porque mi mamá es de Argentina. Eso como yo sé hablar español.
Very good, very good.
O sea, ¿entiendes lo que digo? Todas las palabras que digo, ¿sí?
Claro que sí, claro que sí.
Entonces queremos hacer más negocio en español, y por eso el AI que te vamos a dar también habla español. Entonces, si yo te quiero dejar un comentario acá en este post, lo que puedo hacer es, lo puedo cambiar de inglés a español, y después puedo apretar el botón acá adentro. Entonces aprieto Generate y va a leer esto y lo va a hacer en español. Mira cómo te lo metí acá. Felicidades por completar el programa de Harvard. Y después te lo meto así, y ahora te hablé en español, en tu lengua.
Excelente, excelente.
Y lo hace más fácil. Si quiero hablar en inglés, lo puedo hacer también en inglés. Entonces, y puedo hablar en como 20 lenguas. Pero esa es la cosa. Entonces,
muy bien, Joe.
¿Es solo para tú o también para gente, trabajadores que tenés?
Bueno, yo empezaría conmigo, luego sí,
Okay.
Dependiendo cómo lo armo, me encantaría tener el resto del equipo también.
Ok. Entonces, si quieres, te puedo mandar el bundle link, porque it's not publicly available, no lo ponemos por todos, okay. Pero te lo puedo mandar acá. Te voy a escribir bundle.
Perfecto.
Bundle acá.
Te voy a hablar español yo ya.
Sí, háblame español, porque cómo no. A mí no me importa. Si la gente que está escuchando no entienden, tienen que usar AI para entender lo que está pasando. Y mira lo que Rick está diciendo en el comentarios. Rick, thank you so much. Rick, do you understand Spanish by any chance? I'm curious. No, by the way, if anyone's listening to this, let me know what languages you speak in the chat. Rick is chatting with us over here. I'm going to switch to most recent here. Rick, He said, David, we have an amazing community. We could learn together, blah, blah, blah. Ve lo que él está escribiendo. Él está escuchando lo que estamos diciendo acá.
Yeah.
Y también Tina está escuchando lo que estamos diciendo. Y no sé si ellos entienden español. Guys, if you understand what we're saying, right, I understand. If you don't understand, right, I don't understand. And let me know what languages you speak. I'm going to say thank you so much.
So you send me the bundle link and then
Sí, ya te lo mandé. Ya te lo
I'll take a
mandé.
compare then.
Ya, míralo ahí. ¿Tienes unas otras preguntas de LinkedIn? Te puedo ayudar si quieres. Te puedo, te puedo hablar y decirte lo que quieres.
I'll definitely be in contact, Joe. And I thank you
Okay.
for that bundle offer.
Yeah, is there anything else that you're wondering about LinkedIn-wise? Anything that you're like, oh, I wonder about this or I wonder about that? Anything that you're wondering about?
No, that's the idea, that I can design a strategy and then I can use evyAI to help me execute it. And then I can translate all this effort into meetings with clients so I can do my pitch and then, do the normal sales process.
Who's your most ideal client right now?
Decision makers and companies that want to do something about their energy consumption. Sometimes it's a CEO,
Where?
sometimes it's
Where?
a CFO.
Where?
In the Caribbean, but mainly in the Dominican Republic to begin with.
Okay, so let's search CEO, let's search people, and let's search the location, Dominican Republic. I'm going to type in Dominican Republic. Okay, I'm going to hit search. So I'm just looking for CEOs in the Dominican Republic. So here we go. I'm going to do first degree just to see if I have any. I'm not connected to any, you see? So now I'm going to do second degree.
Only me. I'm your first CEO connection in Dominican Republic.
Well, I have to add you first.
Oh yeah.
I have to add you. So this is how I add you. Check this out. I'm going to go to your profile. I'm going to find your profile over here because you commented on my post. I click on your name. Then I click connect, but I don't know what to say. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to the AI. It was really great talking to you on the phone, and I'm glad that we connected through Entrepreneurs Organization. I'm going to hit generate. It's going to take this information, rewrite it. It was really great talking to you on the phone. I'm glad we connected through Entrepreneurs Organization. Your work in AI-driven energy solutions is impressive. Let's explore synergies. Now I press connect, and it sends you that message. You see the way it tightened it up, organized it, added all the pronunciations and blah, blah, blah. But I used a microphone to kind of chat with it a little bit, which helps me a lot. And so I just sent you a connection request. Now you have to go to my network here, and you have to accept it if you want to be actually connected to me.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do that.
And then I'm going to search again first degree connections in Dominican Republic and see if it says that we're connected. I'm going to do first degree here. Search. Still nobody. Let's see. Did you hit accept?
Yeah, just now.
Okay, I'm going to take out the word CEO and just see if I'm connected to anyone in the Dominican Republic. Oh, look at that. I'm connected to two people. Julio de Jesus,
Yeah.
a general manager. You know this guy, Julio de Jesus?
Nope.
I'm going to say the following. Are you actually in the Dominican Republic? Because I just connected with a CEO that would love to potentially chat with you. Do you see that? I just messaged Julio de Jesus. Do you say Julio de Jesus?
Yeah.
Or Julio de Jesus?
Julio de Jesus Malagón, I think it says there.
Julio de Jesus Maragón. Qué linda. Entonces, lo que voy a mirar acá. Y después voy a apretar acá. Eddie Gordon. ¿Conoces Eddie Gordon?
Not really.
Okay. I'm going to say, how are things? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, click on View in Sales Navigator. You see that? It gives me your email over here, which is nice. I click on these three dots. Now what I could do is I can click on 500 plus connections and I could search through your connections.
Okay.
You see, I'm able to pull all your connections. You see that?
Yeah, that's something Sales Navigator allows you to do, right? That's
Sales Navigator allows you to do this. I'm going to click on See All Filters. And then I'm going to click on geography. Dominican Republic. And out of your 600 people, you have 499 that are in the Dominican Republic.
That are not in the Dominican Republic?
That are in the Dominican Republic. So you only have 167 that are not.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So you have 499 that are in the Dominican Republic right now that you're already connected to. That's cool. So what I would do is I would take these people and make a dashboard out of this and then help you do AI research on each person to determine the best people to connect with and get their contact info.
Okay.
So I'll teach you how to do all that within the bundle. You know, it's all included in that. It's usually an extra 10,000 a year, but I'm going to include all that for you in that as a deal.
I'll definitely will be looking at your bundle link and yeah, I'll totally be a client. Well, I'm already a client of you, but I'll be a client on this part too.
Yeah, amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to help you out. How many are you in a forum right now?
In forum in Neo, you mean?
Yeah, are you in a forum?
Yeah. I'm in.
And is everybody in Dominican Republic in your forum?
Yeah.
And are you connected with all the EO members in the Dominican Republic
Not
on
really.
LinkedIn?
Not really. Just a few of them that I've been able to find organically.
Oh, really? So this is what I would do is I would make a list. I could log into EO. I'll go in here. I'll go to find a member. And then I would do chapter Dominican Republic. I go to Dominican Republic. Where's Dominican Republic? Dominican. We have 99 people in the Dominican Republic. I'm going to move it to another window so we don't show who the members are. But I see I'm going to do results per page, 150 results per page. And now I have everybody here. And then what I can do is I can put it into your dashboard and identify who from the chapter you're connected to and who you're not, and then help you connect to the people that you're not connected to yet, so that you can connect with everyone in the chapter.
Okay.
So that's something I can definitely do for you as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll just make it easier for you to network with people that are already in the chapter, not to solicit, but just to build a relationship, because there's no solicitation allowed. So,
Yeah. Joe, but this sounds very good, and I'm looking forward to using all your tools to help me push this new business forward.
well,
But
I'm
I
excited.
will have to leave this call because I have.
Okay, got it. You go. Thank you
But
so
I
much.
appreciate the time you've dedicated. I'm more than happy.
Oh, thank you, David. You're such a sweetheart, and we'll talk again soon. I'm sure we're going to do a lot of great things together.
Totally.
All right.
You.
Thank
I'll leave
you.
your
Bye.
time for the rest of the people here that I know must be very excited to also
Yes.
have this opportunity.
You're such a sweetheart. Thank you, David. We'll talk again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. If anybody else wants to jump on with me, just say, I want to jump on. And Rick, I sent you a message to jump on with me. If you want to jump on, feel free to jump on. Robert, if you want to jump on, let me know that you want to jump on. I'll send you the link. And we'll kind of get together and have a conversation. And Rick said, welcome to the family, David. Thank you, Rick. You're so sweet. But do you see the way I saved his phone number, his email address? I'm going to grab his quick link as well. The way that I grab his quick link is by going to his profile, clicking on connections, clicking on his profile, and then clicking on show all posts and hitting save. That's cool. Alan Kopelman, what's going on, my man? Let's look up Alan Kopelman. Alan Kopelman had me on his podcast, and then he sent me some swag. Thank you for the swag. Oh, look at that. He posted 19 minutes ago. Let's pull up Alan's profile here on evyAI. See what he's up to. Alan Kopelman. Ooh, look at this. We had a podcast toad, and we kind of had a conversation in 2024, it looks like. Cool. I'm going to save this here like this. I'm going to leave a comment on Alan's post. Alan, you want to jump on my LinkedIn Live? You have 19,000 connections, Alan. Are you properly leveraging LinkedIn, Alan? Look at that. This is his cell phone number. Pop it here. This is his email. Pop it here. You see, I popped his email here, his cell phone number here. His birthday is April 8th. You see that? And I'm going to do some AI research on Alan, see what he's up to. He said it was a great podcast. It's looking up all the different sources online. I'm also going to do Copilot research. And I'm going to do ChatGPT research. Let's just see what happens. Wow, look at this. What inspired you to the development of a self-service onboarding platform for merchant solutions? How has the rise of crypto, NFTs, and Web3 changed the landscape for payment solutions? Ooh, very interesting. Which episode of the B2B Vault do you feel best illustrates the future of payments technologies? Ooh, this is really good. Oh, Rick Cloty is in the feed. Let me add you. Oh, you haven't added your camera. Oh, you added your camera. Look at you.
Good morning, Joe.
Rick, what's crack-a-lackin', my man?
Dude, man, before I even have breakfast, you're like dominating Dominican Republic with David.
I only have 2 connections in the Dominican Republic, but you know what?
He's a powerful one.
He's a powerful connection because I want to do more courses in Spanish. And that's like my dream, to do courses in Spanish. And I'm part of Entrepreneurs Organization. They have CEOs all over Latin America, EO Colombia, EO Mexico, EO Argentina.
Joe, you've established a beachhead. Now that you have the beachhead, you can dominate and take over and conquer. Conquer the Caribbean, brother?
Did you see how many connections he had in Dominican Republic? Out of his 600, 499 were all in the Dominican Republic, all CEOs.
He's the king of the Dominican Republic, which
Yeah.
now that you're his friend, you will be soon.
Yeah, and I'm excited to go to the Caribbean. They're going to probably hire me to come speak for their chapter.
I'll come carry your bags, brother.
Oh my goodness!
And he's already your customer, but he's new to evyAI, which is an amazing tool.
He bought.
You already did blow his mind.
Yeah, he bought Evergreen AI back 2 years ago, and now he's going to get access to the Evergreen networking system.
Joe, that's how I found out about you. I took a couple of your Evergreen courses, you and Tammy, and I'm like, what? Next thing you know, my mind is blown on LinkedIn.
Wow. I had an incredible conversation with Grok today. Let me see if it even comes into the history.
Claude?
I had one with Claude, but then I had another one with Grok.
Talk to everybody. You know all the AIs, man.
I do know the AIs. Hey Grok, what's crack-a-lackin'? Okay, so this one here is the conversation I had. Okay, because I wanted to, oh my God, it types everything up. Everything we said is typed up. Like I was walking down. So I want evyAI to do like a knowledge swap. So I want evyAI to like have a call with you, interview you, and ask you questions about your network. And then be able to create a profile for each one of your connections based on what you know about them, Rick. So could you imagine just talking on the phone with evyAI when you're in the car and it's saying, okay, so what do you know about Joe Applebaum? Like, how well do you know Joe? And you'd be like, oh, of course I know Joe. And you start giving it all the facts about Joe that you can't find anywhere else that you personally know. And now it starts saving all that as a profile about Joe. And it starts basically, now that it knows everything, your intimate connection, your intimate relationship with Joe, it starts saving that in the web of you and Joe. And now it's going to start saying, okay, you met Joe 2 years ago at this and this conference. Send him a happy anniversary with a reminder that you guys met at the conference and that he said this to you and that he said that to you. Like, imagine that. Imagine you had a real assistant that knew the interconnections between you and every one of your real connections.
It's like an external brain to remind you, because that's what a great way to build relationships. I mean, strong, deep relationships is to remember key things, and like when you met. That's an amazing.
And all the podcasts that I've been on and remembering whose podcast I was on. So like if Alan looks at my profile and evyAI notices that Alan looked at my profile, you could just call me in the morning and be like, hey, Joe, Alan just looked at your profile. Do you want me to send him a message telling him thank you for being, in February of 2024, you were on his podcast and he mentioned he wanted to buy evyAI, and I see that he hasn't bought it yet. Maybe you want to send him a deal or something. Like what?
Well, Joe, let me just say the deep research capabilities of evyAI. People think, oh, it's just a tool to comment on LinkedIn. No, no. The hack you demonstrated, I commented on in this live that comment on finding where people have shown up in other social medias, like on podcasts or whatever, YouTube channels. The fact that you can do that so quickly, literally, you could be dialing the phone number, looking up their information, and be able to speak intelligent like you've known them their entire career, and they're like, who is this person that knows me? Right?
Yeah.
It's that is that every salesperson on the planet needs this tool.
That's their dream. That's a dream. That's literally the dream, to be able to go to templates, click on research prompts. That's a separate list that I have of all my research prompts, and then say, okay, show me all the podcasts he's been on, and then boom, it just like pops right in, and it starts searching the web for me, like an agent going out there and doing the work
It's
for
like
me.
having a personal assistant with you at all times.
Yeah, yeah, and it shows me all the recurring themes. It shows me like everything about him, terminology and phrasing.
I
Like
love where
it,
it's I love the conversation starters when you do the regular research. It gives you
yeah,
like 2 or 3 options of things you might wanna ask them. That's not gonna be in your probably there you go. That's unbelievable.
yeah. That has been a game changer for me. Whenever I call someone and I don't know what to say, that has been a real game changer for me. And I'm curious to know if I know that Alan has tried this technology, but I'm curious to know if he actually put it to work. Like if he actually started using it at all, because I know he does a lot of work on LinkedIn. So I'd be curious to know. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him if he wants to hop on a quick call. I'm going to ask him right now. So this is how I do it. I go here and I'll be like, hey, would you like to hop on a quick call? And I go like that. And I'm also just going to call a cell later. And look at that. He asked me for the 99 hacks and I sent it to him, but he hasn't
You can
bought it.
stop by and see Alan on the way to see David in the Caribbean.
Yeah, because he's in Miami and I can visit my parents while I'm at it. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Did you know that we have this section that allows you to just grab everything from their profile like
Oh,
this?
yeah, and save it.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, people who don't have a CRM, they should have one. This is one way to keep all your information archived about everybody you save, all the profiles you save.
Yeah.
It's like a cheat sheet.
I had the team add a little microphone to the notes here so you can talk to the notes now. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, I love that microphone feature.
And also we added a microphone to the template so you can talk and write a template from your mouth.
Joe, I type pretty fast, but not as well as that microphone.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so cool. And I've been in the community checking out to see, and there seems like there's more people being active in the community now than before.
I think you're right.
If you click on community here and you take a look at the people that are here, it's like, "Oh my goodness, there's so many active people. There's so many more active people than before." And
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and of all the people on LinkedIn, only a very small percentage, I know you've said, are really active. Here's a pool of 1,000 active people. They're engaged.
And a lot of them are very, very successful people. Like they're very successful CEOs and thought leaders and like the real deal, like real people, not just randos, not random strangers, but like real human beings that have real businesses that are willing to invest in themselves.
Well,
And
you've
so
said this before, Joe. You said, imagine you join this community, you get the tools, you've got a pre-made set of 1,000 people you can begin to. If you want to have 5 to 10 conversations a week with new people, just start fishing in our community. Everybody's a high quality individual. These are the kind of people we want to be have in our network.
100%. And so when you start building a relationship with the people and you start getting to know them and you start seeing who they really are, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, these are not just standard folks. These are the real, this is like the founder and CEO of JC Records. Like real people with real businesses that are doing real things.
Well,
So
and Joe, we have some lurkers in our community, but you know how to get the lurker out of the shadows. You reach out to them.
Yeah.
You message them, you communicate with them.
Yeah. Really, really powerful. I went to go do a podcast in Connecticut, and look who decided to sit on my lap.
The Samoan.
Look who decided to sit on my lap. And she's like, "Listen,
What a great.
I'm just gonna sit on Joe's lap over here the entire podcast episode, and that's what I'm gonna do." And I was like,
Do you
"Okay."
find that when you have a dog near you, it just calms you down, puts you into that alpha state?
I do feel like a dog is a powerful way to connect and build relationships.
I
I
get
feel
a
like
lot
if
of engagement on posts that have pictures of pets, and I don't. Some people are cat people, some people are dog people. I love dogs. I love them both, but
yeah. Um I do feel like people that have animals, they have a special connection to being present. Have you ever used evyAI to reply to school posts?
I have. And you have a template that you created, particular specifically for that, I believe.
Yeah, so I have a persona. I'm gonna go here. I'm
That's
gonna
what I
hit
meant, persona.
yeah. I'm gonna hit go to send to side panel. It's gonna read the school persona. I don't want to be sarcastic. I'm gonna be philosophical. Honey, your post is a breath of fresh air, like the AI jungle. That's a good one. But yeah, that's a school post reply. Mike Largan says, "How do I copy a post to a thing?" I'm gonna go right over here, send it, and let's just see what it does. Hey, Mike. In the ever evolving world of LinkedIn, trying to keep up with the latest TikTok dance moves, it sounded like you wanted to share something in your group, and that's awesome. Networking and knowledge sharing. The little trick might help. Instead of copying the link, just using the share directly to post. I'll give you the option to still share the group. I'm going to say groups are dead, so don't waste your time with them on LinkedIn.
Joe, what I couldn't tell was whether he was talking about a group message, like a DM group message, or a group on LinkedIn. You're right about the
Uh,
groups.
yeah, you're right.
But if he's talking about a post to a group, they may not allow that.
Yeah, they allow you to post to a group, but it just clutters up your feed. I mean, it's
Right.
terrible.
Right.
When people do that, I'm like, "What are you doing?"
You know what,
Uh,
Joe? I have to run because guess what? I'm connecting live with someone in our community, Michael Wish. You know, our new
oh,
member, Mike
Michael's
Wish.
amazing. You can invite him to join us here if he wants. He
You
asked
know
about
what?
the birthday. Ask him if he wants to join us live.
Yeah, let me do that right now.
Say, if you want to join us live, here's the link. If you want me to join you on your Zoom, I'm happy to have a private conversation with you.
Hang on. Can I send him the same link you sent me?
Yeah, it's the same one. You can send it up to 10 people. You can post it anywhere you want. B. Randall, if you want to join us live, feel free. It's so easy to
This
reply
is
to
great.
posts on school when you have evyAI helping you.
Yeah, I just sent it to him. Yeah, we were going to get together. I was going to get to know him and kind of, you know, I've been around since you started this thing. When you first started trying it, I'm like, what is this thing? And Joe, the amount that you have improved this tool from the day you started till now, and it's not been very long.
No, it hasn't.
That is a mind blower right there. Did you see my post with the train hitting you coming down the
Yeah,
track?
that was
That's how I
incredible.
that's how I feel like your evyAI tool is right now. It's like,
Yeah.
holy crap, there's so much coming down the pike, but this thing has helped me to stay up with it.
Yeah, and we're gonna add we're refactoring the back end. I don't know if you know that, but we're completely refactoring the AI and the back end to be able to add many, many new features because the problem is when you have an MVP and you just add a bunch of features, it becomes spaghetti code, which means
Right.
you just kept adding more features and it's not scalable anymore. That's kind of like
Correct.
what we did. So now what we did instead is we completely refactor it to modulize it so that we can add stuff within modules. So now we can add as many features as we want. Once we are modularized and we work with a better database, we can just start adding more features. So you're going to start seeing a lot of new features being rolled out that are very, very useful and helpful. And the best type of stuff that I want to add to evyAI is stuff that it does for you without you having to do anything. So for example, if you want a new post idea every week or a post idea every day, you should be able to get a new post idea every single day. Like you should get a message that says, "Hey, new post idea." You know what I mean?
Right.
That could be so helpful. Michael Wish, welcome to the conversation.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I figured this is the best way for us to connect and answer your question in school and for you to kind of get to know Rick too.
Yeah,
While
perfect.
maybe a couple more people are watching as well.
Hey, everybody.
I told Joe I had to go because Mike was waiting on me. He and I were going to get to know each other. I said, hey, invite him to the party. Three's a party.
Yeah, for sure.
So Michael asked a question about how do you send birthday wishes with evyAI?
Oh, I ended up figuring it out. I don't know. I had to turn it on, and it just took a couple of days before the catch up feature.
Mike, have you learned about templates?
Yes, I have.
Because
Because if it's off, if you're not sharing your birthday, if the notifications are off, so maybe you don't know this, Rick, but Mike just learned something new. If you click on the me and then you click on settings and privacy, and then on the left side you click on notifications, there's a section about catch up, network catch up and updates.
Yes.
If you have birthdays turned off, then you won't get, it'll show up empty when you look at people's birthdays and you'll be like, what's going on?
That's why I asked the question. I couldn't figure out.
Yeah, and that's how I responded. I said, make sure you go to network connections, catch up. But I didn't realize that you may have had, did you have it off?
Yeah, I did. And then when you turn it on, it takes like a good 24 hours or 48 hours actually for anything to show up. So,
well, I'll tell you a hack that I use. I have, when people are in my contact database, I have my contacts set up so that my calendar gives me a notification the day before someone's birthday. So I used Joe's evyAI tool to create a day before your birthday, like early birthday greeting. So when I get that little notification that it's Mike's birthday tomorrow, I go to my template and it says, hey, guess what, Mike? You're so special. You get a birthday message a full day early from me, something along those lines.
Yeah.
But I use that to send to people a day early. And evyAI makes it so easy, just point and click.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing from you on August 5th then. So I got a big one coming up.
Yeah, and then if I miss it, I have a belated one. So I can send one early, the day of, or the day after.
Yeah.
Do you see, Mike, do you see the way I click on wish happy birthday, double click here, and then click here?
Yeah.
And then it sends them that thing for each person's birthday. So this process makes it really, really fast for me to wish all these people a happy birthday.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with the belated birthdays. If I have a belated one right over here as well.
Yeah.
So I have one specifically for the day after because I'm not gonna sit there. I don't do the birthday thing every single day.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I try the belated thing. So check this out. So for the people that I missed yesterday because it was Sunday and I wasn't whatever, I didn't actually have a full day of doing stuff. So I'm gonna do. Yesterday was the 28th. I'm going to hit save on the belated thing. I just edited the template a little bit. Then I'm going to go in here and send each people, instead of just happy belated, I send them the whole thing. And I always add a call to action with the ability for them to respond. I'm saying, well, did you do anything special?
Nice.
So this way they respond and they tell me what they did that was special.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's a nice way to kind of have a conversation with them and then turn it into a bigger opportunity. Also, we implemented the ability to do this on Facebook as well, Michael.
That's great.
Did you guys see that it works on Facebook? Did you try it?
I have not used evyAI on Facebook a lot yet. I've really just been on LinkedIn.
Even just for the template feature, it would be nice to to check that out. So if you go to facebook.com, I'll just quickly show you if you want to see, just if you're curious. Rick, this might be helpful for you as well. If you go to facebook.com and you click on see more and you click on birthdays, you'll notice today's the 29th.
There's also a link in the quick links, Mike, that you can bookmark.
Yeah.
That Joe has created.
So it's facebook.com/event/birthdays. If you hover over Travis, I like to send a personalized DM to them.
Yeah.
And then I have a Facebook version of the template where I send the DM like that. You see?
Nice. Yeah.
So I hover over the name, I click message, and then I click the up arrow here and I hit send.
And Joe, don't you find that when people get not just the standard system greeting, but something a little more personal? Like my early birthday says, "You got any special plans for the upcoming birthday?" Right? It makes it a little more personal, I think.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And I love that Facebook tells me how old they're turning,
Yeah.
which is really, it's a nice little touch. And I also see the history that we've had together.
Yeah.
Eventually, evyAI is going to read all these and kind of have a graph of your relationship with each person. That's kind of like how I see it happening.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty powerful way to connect with people. Do you work in high schools, Mike?
I don't work in high schools. I do work with high school kids though. Yeah.
Do you talk to the administrators?
I'm trying to network with high school administrators to get, my program and my coaching, do some free work with them to be able to get clients that way for sure.
There's a guy named John Lim that interviewed me on his podcast yesterday.
Okay.
It's linkedin.com/in/relive John Lim.
Okay.
Definitely connect with him, but I'll send you guys a connection message.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
To kind of connect with each other, like a connection email.
Yeah.
But when you do a one-on-one, Rick, with people in our community, what do you guys typically talk about?
Yeah, so I usually welcome them and say, hey, probably the biggest thing for me, and I've learned this over time, is that just learning where to find things, because it's sort of like the internet. Joe's community is so amazing with some amazing individuals like you, Mike, and Joe. But knowing where to find stuff, I usually tell people, hey, let me show you a few things of how, like the search bar. People don't even know there's a search bar you can type. If you want to study personas,
Yeah.
type personas in the search bar, and anything that's ever been posted about it in the history of the school community is right there to choose from. It's
Sure.
almost like it's like an X-ray search, a Boolean X-ray search on Google, but it's specifically in our community.
Yeah.
People don't know that you can click the more button when the categories of post at the top. So like, it shows standard, like 4 of them, but if you click more, oh, there's posting parties. Oh, there's
Yeah.
a thing on LinkedIn tips. I didn't know that was even there because they didn't know to click. Here's the other thing. That little dial bar looks like an equalizer. You can click on new and see the latest posts that are posted. That's how I keep up with who posted the most recent and engage with them.
Yeah.
Give them a little maybe comment on, like your question. That's how I found your question. I clicked on
Yeah.
new and you said, hey, how do I do this? And that's when I responded, go to connections, go to catch up. But I didn't add the Joe piece about having that turned on, that feature.
Yeah.
But things like that. And then the side panel is amazing, but not everybody knows how to use it. But also the website for evyAI has things that are just like when I said that quick link for birthdays. If you go to the website for evyai.com, if you go to Learning Hub, Joe's doing it right now as I'm talking. If you go to Learning Hub, the very top option is quick links. There's 30 quick links. You should take the next month and every day just try one for the next month. And one of the cool ones, there's a Facebook birthday link in here. I believe it's near the top.
Yeah.
Birthdays on Facebook. It's the very first one.
Yeah.
It's the same thing Joe did. It's just an easy way to get to it from that particular site. But I mean, there's so much to offer. The thing is, don't get overwhelmed. Learn one thing at a time, master it, move on to the next. That's why I call it the 30-day challenge.
Yeah.
Take each quick link, learn it, take one element of evyAI and try to master that this week. Maybe this week you're going to work on personas. Guess what? There's a persona party that Joe has on the calendar. People go, how do I know when these events are? There's a calendar. You can go to the calendar and literally see what's going on today. Like today, Evan Messman has an accountability party at 4:00 Central, 5:00 Eastern. That's one of the most widely attended events in our community. And what we do, we go a little bit slower, we go deep, and then we hold each other accountable. What are you going to do for next week? Because I used to be a teacher. And here's what I know. What you expect, you better inspect, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I used to check homework. When I quit checking homework, guess what happened? The kids
Oh
quit
yeah,
doing
yeah.
it.
It's human nature. It's human
So
nature.
as
Yeah.
a community, we hold each other accountable, Mike. So that's one that man, you ought to. I don't know what time zone are you in? You in East Coast?
Yeah, I'm East Coast, so like for me, I've been able to attend some of these events, and I just started a week or two ago, and I'm loving it. It's going to get harder for me because I have a 9 to 5, and it's going to be
Well,
more
this thing is at
challenging.
5. This accountability is at 5 Eastern.
Okay, good,
So
good.
Evan
So, yeah,
Messman, he's been using evyAI for a long time. What
great.
you ought to do, join us. There's a bunch of guys just like you and me, and some fantastic ladies, and we're all just learning together. We're going, hey,
Yeah,
what'd you do well? What worked? We celebrate wins. We usually go deep on one particular topic within evyAI, and we eat between Evan and the rest of us that have used it for a while. We help you learn it, and then
yeah,
at the end, we say, hey, what are you going to do for the next week?
yeah,
And hold each other accountable for that.
yeah. That's great.
But
Well,
it's a
for me,
great way to learn together.
yeah, for me, I'm definitely starting with birthdays. That's something I can do.
Yeah, and
The
and
next
you know
week.
what? That's a personal thing. It's like somebody's name.
Yeah,
You remember that? I can go back in some of my connections and see where I've wished them. I actually have a second year early birthday message. So if I look in, I sent them that same message last year. I don't want to send them the same one.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I say, hey, guess what? It's that time of year again. Time for
Right.
your early birthday greeting. And they're like, what? You're doing it again?
Perfect.
Eventually, those people, you think they're not listening, they're not paying attention, but they are.
What I really like about this is that it uses AI to make you more efficient, but it doesn't reduce the quality of the connection. Like when you
Correct.
hop on to tell someone happy birthday, you genuinely want them to have a happy birthday.
That's right.
But trying to sit down and write even just a sentence or two to
Yeah.
takes
Yeah. So
a minute.
create a template where you're
Yeah,
saying it personally, the way you would say it, make it your
exactly.
own. And
Yeah.
then you can just repeat that. It just allows you to automate that somewhat. So who are your ideal clients, Mike?
Yeah. So my ideal, well, it's I have two. I know that's not allowed. The ideal client is a parent because it's the parents that are typically paying for coaching for their kiddos, right?
Gotcha.
Why do I say there's two? Because the real ideal client is the student. They're the ones that I have to convince that this isn't just, fluff motivational speaking and that it's worth being a part of and it's not lame. So, it's been an interesting experience for me trying to figure out how to market that way. So for LinkedIn specifically, I find the parents on LinkedIn. High school kids and college kids and young college kids are not on LinkedIn. So that's primarily what my ideal customer is, a parent in their, probably mid to late 40s is kind of roughly the age range. And typically I find actually their kids are doing fine, right? Like these aren't,
Right.
they're not disastrous scenarios. They need more than a coach, but it's kids that are putting in the work. Maybe they're just not seeing the results. Or it's kids that are crushing it, but they're really stressed and they're taking on too much. And, they just need somebody to be a guide and help them out and
Yeah.
work with them a little bit.
So
Yeah.
so you were in the military. What branch?
I'm still in actually. So I'm
Oh,
in the Marine Corps. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Semper Fi. All right.
Thank you. So my 9 to 5 is really like a 6 to,
So so one of my assistants, a guy that I actually taught when I was a teacher many years ago in another life, he's a 20-year Marine Corps vet.
Oh,
Um,
wonderful.
yeah, and when we first started working with me, I had to everything I'd ask him a question, he'd say, "Sir, yes, sir," and I'm like, "You don't have to, sir, yes, sir." Me, he said, "Sorry, it's just a habit. It's hard to
Yeah.
break, right?"
Yeah, it
Uh,
is. It is indeed.
after
So
20 years. I love military veterans because they understand leadership. They understand getting up early, getting the job done, eat that frog first thing in the morning,
eat the
right?
frog. That's
Do
right.
the
Yeah.
do the tough stuff first, get it over with. If I tell him to take that hill, he's either going to take that hill or die trying, right?
Yeah.
You got to
No,
love 'em.
it's a lot of it's really great because you're at an advantage when you join the military because you're forced into a routine, right? You're forced into a structure of working out and eating right and doing difficult things. And
And
it's
many
funny
people
because
that age when they enter need that
oh,
structure.
I did for sure. But it's interesting because a lot of times I'll watch military guys get out and for a while they kind of let loose, right? They stop working out and they
Right.
eat whatever they want and they let their hair grow long because they're trying to experience the freedom a little bit. And almost without fail,
Do they come back?
within a year, they're like,
Yes.
why did I stop working out? Why
Yeah.
I'm fat now, right?
Well,
know,
and you know what, Mike? That's what evyAI does. It
yeah,
brings your structure to your activity because before I got this tool, I was going at this harem scarum.
yeah,
Try a little posting, try a little commenting, try a little
yeah,
research, try to engage with my ICP or my centers of influence. Didn't really know how to do that. What this tool has done for me, and it'll do it for you once you master it. It sounds like it already has a bit. Is it just allows you to structure how you do it? And did you know that in evyAI, if you go into the quick links, I believe one of them is a
kind
daily
of cool.
workflow plan. If you
Oh,
go
nice.
in
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
you see it?
Yeah, daily
You
workflow. I'm
can
looking
it's
at
so
right
if
now.
you're not sure what your structure should be, use
Nice.
that to start with and then, edit it to your own suiting to what
Yeah.
works best for you.
No, you're 100% right about structure because, and I talk about this too in my coaching, is that people see like the military and they think, well, it must be awful, right? All that structure, all the rules. And what I think people forget is that structure provides freedom. You can't
Yes,
play like when you look at a game like football, right? You cannot play football without the rules. It's impossible. And what the rules of football do is allow you to play that game with complete freedom. And
that's right.
so what I love about what it's funny because I saw that in that domain and I see that in my own life, but I did not see that on the business side. And what I realize now is things like LinkedIn, or Facebook or social media, and you see these rules and there's all these rules and they feel prohibitive. Like I can't post this or I can't link in the main thing. I have to link in the comment. I say, okay, it's a pain to learn the rules, but once you learn them and you learn the structure, you have complete freedom within that structure. And evyAI makes you
Mike, you're
so much more capable in that
you're
space.
spot on, man. And let me tell you something. Joe has amended this tool when he first got it. LinkedIn has rules and
Yeah,
regulations, and you have to follow them or you'll be
that's
in
right.
trouble. There's a lot of tools out there that don't comply with LinkedIn's rules and regs.
Yeah,
But this one does
it
because
does.
it's
That's right.
not a plug-in, it's not an extension. We're not scraping stuff off of their website. We're simply a tool on the reason it's a side panel, that side panel's available is
Yeah,
because it's not really specifically to LinkedIn. You can use it on X, on
yeah.
Facebook, and other platforms. It's just a way to automate the things you want to do to help you become more efficient and more productive in less time. Because who wants to sit on, LinkedIn for 6 hours a day? You're not going to be able to get your work done.
Yeah, yeah,
So, by the way, I used to teach, and I love that you work with the parents because the parents really are the clients. I read an article. I'm going to send it to you about how kids today coming up in high school and middle school, they're struggling with that transition from work from school to work. Like
yeah.
they're not sure but that article seemed like it was a new thing. I think
No,
most kids in school,
yeah,
even when I was a kid, we didn't know what we wanted to be when we grew up.
for sure. Yeah.
A lot of us stumble around. That's why a lot of us join the military
Well,
because
yeah, that's why I became a coach for that group. Like, I mean, to take evyAI, for example, like Joe's a phenomenal coach. This is my first time meeting
no
you, but you
doubt.
strike me as a great coach. So there's lots of coaches in the business world. There's lots of coaches in the sports world, right? There's cheerleading coaches and lacrosse coaches. And you can get
Right.
a coach for everything. But where is the coach for the 18, 19, 20-year-old kid
Yes.
who's like, well, I'm in school and I have a counselor, but okay, the school counselor's got 1,000 kids per person. They can't devote the time, right? And the most of the resources that are available at school are making sure you're taking the right classes and making sure you're on a path to graduation and helping you with financing, but they're not there to help you build good habits. They're not there to help give you guidance and deal with stress. They're not there to help you actually learn how to study efficiently. And
My
so it's like what I want to be the Joe for high school and
Yes.
college
I
kids. And
love it.
it doesn't, and they don't even have to be in school, right? I mean, that's what most kids are doing, which is why I say
Right.
that a lot. But it's like I'm trying to be the guy that I wanted when I was 18 or 19 years
Yeah,
old.
and we all need that. You know what a coach does? A coach just helps you go farther, faster, farther than you thought you could
And
go.
and hopefully, a little bit easier along the way.
Yes. Well, you want to
To learn
find
from my
somebody
mistakes.
you want to
Yeah,
find a Sherpa who's been down that path before you. They're the pathfinder, they're the ranger,
that's right.
that's
Yeah,
led the way, and they can show you the way. And so could I figure this out on my own? Yeah, if I spent the next 30 years, I could eventually
yeah,
figure it
yeah,
out.
exactly.
Why do that? Why do
Yeah,
that? Spend a
we don't
couple.
all need to build our own evyAIs,
No, yeah, and
Yeah,
that's the secret about this that Joe he'll tell you, and I've heard him say it publicly. He built this tool to help him, and then he
yeah,
realized, hey, this could help a lot of other people as well.
yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
his joy is in seeing people like you and I use this tool to improve our lives and our businesses and our productivity and efficiency. But he's the power user,
Yeah.
so the more I stick around him, my goal when I go into a session with Joe like this or one of his, weekly sessions, I just want to take one or two nuggets, even just one nugget of truth. Okay, wow, I didn't know it could do that. Let me go master that, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll come back. I was an athlete as well, but I'm also a trumpet player. You can see the horn behind me.
I
And
see.
learning an instrument is like learning this tool or learning how to do social media and marketing. You learn one thing at a time, then you build on it. Then you
That's
build
right.
on that. Then you build on that. You're not going to build. Rome wasn't built in a day, and we're not going to be masters of LinkedIn. And so, what I have seen over the last probably year and a half of using this is that my engagement is higher, my
Yeah.
connections are higher, the effectiveness, the even commenting. When you start using evyAI to help comment on other people's posts, you start seeing how it's structuring the comments. And now I've gotten to where I can almost type them nearly as good, but not as fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if I take what it puts out, I simply edit maybe the beginning or the end of it a bit to make it more me. But the meat, the pith of the comment, the pithiness of it, uh, why start from a blank page? It's like a
Yeah.
writer. If you got writer's cramp, once you start writing, it's like a jar of pickles. Once you get that first pickle out, the rest come easier. Once you
Sure.
get the first few words out, you can finish the comment. For me,
Yeah.
it's anybody who's ever had writer's block like me. Once you just get this can help you. It's kind of like AI. It helps you brainstorm, right? You want to create the final product, but if that can help you brainstorm and do the deep research, okay, now I have all the ingredients. Well, now I can cook the meal, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I've noticed I've used, and again, I'm new to it, so I haven't used it as extensively as many, and my network isn't as big. So obviously I don't have as many people to chat with every day. But one of the things I noticed is that when I comment with evyAI, I read what it says,
Yes.
and sometimes I don't like it, but it's enough to be like, I know why I don't like it, and now I know what to write.
And
Right.
did you
And
know
I'll
you could
delete the whole
change
thing, or I'll delete part of it, and I'll, fill it in.
Mike, did you know that you could regenerate? There's a regenerate button on the bottom. So if
I
it
did.
gives you an
Yeah.
output and you want to see something different, just click regenerate. Or
Yeah.
there's three flywheels. There's the goal, the voice, and your persona.
Yeah.
So as you begin to
You can change
develop
those
new
three things.
personas, you can
Yeah.
change those three flywheels and it changes the output completely until you get it. It's like
Yeah.
trial and error.
Yeah. I do need to work on honing the personas down, because I kind of put like in the main persona, I just put everything about me
Yeah.
and, my military background, education stuff. And then I noticed it's like a lot of the posts are the same format, and
Yeah.
it mentions education, it mentions military. And it's like, well, I don't want to mention the military in everything that I do. So I need to separate that out a little bit. But
Yeah.
uh,
That's great.
yeah,
Well, Mike, you man, listen, you got the right attitude, inch by inch, anything's a cinch. You'll get this. And
appreciate
the
it.
community is so powerful.
It
Um,
is. Yeah.
I probably have learned half of what I've learned from just hanging around. It's the law of proximity, right? You
Yeah,
get around
exactly.
other people like you and I who want to grow, want to learn, and our community is chock full of people like that. Uh, you'll
Well,
get better.
it goes beyond even just the AVAI use. It's these are all people that are obviously networking and working on their business, and everybody's supportive of each other. So
Right.
I met a lady in the posting party last week, wonderful lady who does physical coaching, physical and health
Oh
coaching.
yeah. Was it Pam?
So it is Pam. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
She's
Pam and
great.
she just floated, hey, let's do a live event together,
Nice.
help each other out. And I'm looking for a way to get her involved in my community, and so
I would
it's
have never met her or you without this community.
yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing, people came for the productivity and the tool, but we end up staying for the community,
Yeah.
for the connectedness because
Yeah.
who doesn't like to be connected? Yeah, I can't say enough good things about both Joe and the community and the tool. And there's so many opportunities to learn. The weekly meetings, check that every day.
Mhm.
One of my parts of my daily routine is check what's on the calendar. Of course, now I've done it so many times, I kind of know if there's
Yeah.
something new, I'll see it. But like I know today's the accountability. I know
Right.
tomorrow B. Randall Willis has his posting party in the morning. Every other week, I do a social proof party in the afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Thursday morning is a template party that
Yeah.
Steve Green does, Dr. Steve Green. Barbara Harrington does a posting party Friday mornings. Joe does, I think, 1 or 2 posting parties a month on Mondays, not every Monday.
Yeah.
And then he has that deep dive training that you get. And so people that get the pro with the bundle, who get all the training and all this stuff, it's probably should be priced higher. Don't tell Joe that, but
Yeah.
for what you're getting, all the bonus training. And if like you miss one of those deep dive trainings, the recording is in our community.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can go back and look at it. And that's my little secret hack. One of the things I tell new people is I listen to Joe go, and he's going at hyper, warp speed.
He goes fast.
Because
Yeah.
he's done it so much. It's just
Of course.
natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I listen, and like I said, I take notes, and then I highlight 1 or 2 things that I'm going to focus on, for that week. But then if there's something that jumped out at me that I go, wow, that was unbelievable. How do I do that? What I do is I go back, watch the recording.
Yeah.
And when I get to that section, I slow down and, oh, he clicked on that. Oh, you got to turn the notifications on to get the birthdays, right?
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
That kind of stuff. And so now I can implement it. And so if you try to drink out of the fire hose, you'll get frustrated and overwhelmed. But if you just say, look, I can't do all this right away, but if I just improve what is it? The atomic habits, right? Just 1% a day.
That's actually a huge part of our program.
Is it really?
Is habit implementation and his structure. So,
Mike, what is your take? The old adage used to be it takes 21 days to develop a habit. Do you subscribe to that, or do you think it's longer?
No, I think James Clear answers that in his book. I think he addresses it nicely, which is it's all about the frequency of which you're doing the task. It's not about the number of days necessarily. So, for example, if you give a 12-year-old a brand new iPhone and they've never had a phone, and you load it up with anything that has notifications, they'll be addicted in a day. They will have a habit because why? They'll have checked it 90 times, right?
That's right.
Boom, habit set. It's something like going to the gym. For most people, if you can only go 2 or 3 times a week, it's going to take a few months to build that habit. So, it's
and you said routine and structure. That's the other thing. If you miss a day, that's okay. Just get back on the horse, right?
Yeah.
Don't let that turn into a spiral downward.
That's right. Yeah, you can't. That's why I don't like goals. I don't like goals are okay, but they're guideposts. Too many people tie success and failure to a single goal, especially short-term goals.
Yes.
The chances of you missing a short-term goal are high. And so, but people have a lot of emotional weight tied into those things.
Totally agree.
Yeah. So, not a fan of goals. I'm a fan of systems, and keep the system. And if you miss a day here or there, no big deal. In the long term, it won't matter, right? If you're trying to get in shape a year and a half from now, it won't matter if you miss 1 or 2 workouts.
That's right. That's right. You just keep the momentum, keep the forward motion. Well, people who try these tools and say, hey, it doesn't work. The real question is it not working, or are you not working? Because here's one thing I'll tell you, Mike. Everybody who works at this, their engagement on LinkedIn using this tool, it doesn't take very long at all before you go, wow, okay, I get this. And that's what I just said. I'm going to commit, like the 30-day challenge thing. Every day for a month, I'm going to try that. You know what I've done? I've gone through that a number of months now.
Yeah.
And so now, like, I can almost tell you, like, I know the download video quick link used to be the third from the top. Now it's the very last one. You know how I know that? Because I've gone there a gajillion times.
Yeah.
So if you see a really cool video that you like, you can literally go download that video and use it later for you, and like repurpose it for your topic, whatever your message is. And if the person is giving credit, I give credit for the video. Some people, they don't give credit.
Yeah. There's nothing there is no tool that's going to be a magic pill for everything. And there's a lot of craze about AI right now, and deservedly so. It's very exciting, but nothing is going to, just because it makes some tasks easier doesn't mean you're not going to have to put in the work. You're always going to have to put in some work. And then, as far as a tool like this, I think it's really set up very well. It's very user intuitive. It's not hard to start. What can be overwhelming is the amount of information, right? Of, the website and the school community and all that. But to your point, you just take it one step at a time, learn how to do one thing, do that thing every day, get used to it, get good at it until you go, why did I think that was so hard? And then go on to the next thing, right?
Well, at the end of the day, what's your ultimate goal? You know, if your goal is to build more relationships, get more clients, impact more people, serve more people, this is a tool that can help you do that. You just got to figure out,
Yeah.
okay, how do I connect A to B? If my goal B is to serve more people, have an impact, improve the world around me and these kids and their families, then how can me using this tool have a bigger impact? And and that's the magic that I have noticed is that yes, I can have an impact over a few people, but with a tool like evyAI, you can have a much bigger impact with
Yeah.
not a lot much more work. Like
Yeah.
the ability to scale your impact and the people you serve is exponential if you're doing it right. And you know, you may do what I'm about to do, which is take this Marine Corps vet guy that's my assistant and incorporate him into my evyAI community and have him help me with some of these tasks so I can offload to do more strategic things.
Yeah.
Now, are you kind of a solopreneur at the moment, Mike?
I am. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you live in Annapolis, so
I
you're
do.
not a Navy. Are you? You said you're a Marine Corps guy, so that's kind
Yeah.
of a part of the Navy, right?
We are technically a department of the Navy. That's right.
Okay, but I
The
know.
men's department, as the old joke goes, but
See, well,
yeah.
my dad was a U.S. Navy World War II vet, fought in
Awesome.
Guadalcanal, South Pacific. He was 11 years older than my mom, so thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you so
And,
much. Yeah.
hey, let's stay in touch. I'll see you in the community for sure.
Perfect.
I know Joe's I don't know if he's kept us on the show or we're live. This may
I
be
think
our
we've been live this whole time.
the
Yeah.
Rick and Mike show, huh?
Yeah. Good.
We may get discovered by Hollywood. Who knows?
I think Joe secretly got us to do his show for him,
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
can go do more strategic
exactly.
things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
taking a break.
Very clever.
Is there anything you want me to help you with before you leave? Any questions about evyAI or how to use it or anything at all?
Oh no, I'm good. I appreciate it. You know, I've got the learning hub up and I've got all the videos. I need to go through them. I'm kind of a guy that likes to play around with something first before I dive into
Right.
instructional material. You know, and so I like to find the roadblocks and then I'll go watch because then I'm much more interested. Otherwise, if it's not something I've seen before and I'm watching a video on it, I'm like, well, I haven't seen that. So I don't, you know, it doesn't stick with me as well. But when I run into a roadblock and I go, oh man, I wish it did this. And then you go watch
Yeah.
the video and then you go, oh, it does do that. Okay. That's
Yeah.
great. Now I remember it. So
Let me just say, if you're not sure if it does something, go to the community and ask the question. Or you can,
perfect.
I think you can also email help or support at evyai.com, and they're very good at responding.
Awesome.
But I'll say this to you and anybody else watching live: if you're considering a tool to help you with LinkedIn to improve your efficiency, your productivity, your impact, to grow and scale your business, Mike's living proof that you can join and learn how to use it very quickly and get results quickly. And the more you use it, the better you become at it. And it's just a tool. It's like anything. I say the best technology is the one you know how to use. So invest in a great tool and then invest a little time to learn how to use it and watch the magic happen because it will happen. It's happened for me. It's already happening for you. It's happening for everybody in our community. And the more we're all learning together. And the crazy thing about Joe's tool is he and Tammy developed is he's improving it every single day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, every time I talk to him, he's like, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing
well, and we'll send him requests. Hey, can it do this? Oh, you know what? Let's put that on our list. But here's what's funny. He's got his developers working on improving the tools with, you know, we have a wish list, but he usually figures out how to improve it before they even get to it because their list is so long.
Yeah.
So the amount that it's, you know, a tool that's just stagnant on the shelf. And I think that's a testament to the fact that Joe developed it, but he's a user. He's a developer of a tool that he uses extensively. And so he knows what's working, what he needs, how to improve it. And he's also learning from other people that do this stuff too. So,
yeah, exactly.
hey man, great to visit with you, Mike. Hope you have a great day, brother. I'm glad we ended up doing a live. We were just going to do a one-on-one.
That's perfect. I love it.
Great, man. We'll do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I
easy,
appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
See you, Joe. See everybody.